Okay, today we're going to walk through a story, but this isn't some tale about a stock market genius or some secret financial hack. Nope, this is a 40-year journey about turning that very real, very familiar anxiety of being young and broke into the quiet confidence of financial freedom. It's really a story about the long, slow battle between who you are today and who you're going to be. And it all starts right here. You're 23, it's Friday, rent is due, and that's what's in your checking account. Retirement? Ha! That feels like a problem for a totally different person. Someone 40 years from now who's definitely got their life figured out. And right there, that's the central conflict, isn't it? You've got these immediate, screaming problems of today up against the distant, kind of silent needs of tomorrow. So when HR sends you that 401k packet, it just feels, well, completely irrelevant, like it's from another planet. So what happens? For the first couple of years, you start your career on the sidelines of the whole system. This first chapter, it's not about making big mistakes. It's about inaction. And it's about the invisible costs that just quietly pile up while you're trying to get by. And you can totally get the mindset, right? It's not that you're being lazy or irresponsible. It's just the idea of sending your hard-earned cash into this decades-long void feels absolutely absurd when you've got bills that need to be paid right now. So you just scroll past the email, you do nothing. But here's the thing about doing nothing. It isn't free. After 2 years of just letting it slide, this is how much free money from your employer's match you've left on the table. And it's just gone. Forever. The system doesn't send you a bill or anything. It just moves on without you. Then, finally, something changes. And it's not some big, dramatic life event or a sudden windfall of cash. It's just a random Wednesday night. And after 2 whole years of basically self-sabotage, something just clicks. And just like that, the machine gets switched on. And you want to know the craziest part? After 2 years of putting it off, the total time it takes to get started is 11 minutes. That's it. You pick a target date fund, which is basically the set it and forget it option, and click submit. And that's it. You are finally in the game. And the payoff? It's immediate. Just 3 months later, you look at your balance. You've only put in about $900 yourself. All the rest, that's the company match and a little bit of market growth. The machine is already doing real work for you. Okay, so you're in, but getting started is one thing. Staying in, that's a whole other ballgame. This next phase is all about building the discipline you need to ride out the inevitable bumps in the road. The account is growing. You're starting to feel, a little bit of pride, a little momentum. The balance climbs and hits $3,200. And then, bam, the market drops 8% in 1 week, and the number goes down. It's the first time you've actually seen your money shrink, and it sends this genuine jolt of panic through you. So here it is, your first real test. Your gut is just screaming at you to do something. Sell, stop putting money in, just get out before it gets any worse. So what's the right move here? And the answer? Well, it goes against every single instinct you have. You do the absolute hardest thing you can possibly do in that moment. You just close the app, you trust the system you set up, and you try to get some sleep. So a few years go by, and you survive more of these little tests. And then comes your first real executive decision. A big raise comes through. Now you've got a choice. Upgrade your lifestyle or upgrade your savings. And instead of a bigger apartment or a new car, you bump your contribution up to 8% and just keep your life exactly the same. This is the moment you stop being passive and start actively building your future. All right, this next phase, this is where everything really changes. This is the big aha moment, when the true power of this machine you've been building becomes absolutely impossible to ignore. Just take a look at this. At some point, right around your mid-30s, this incredible shift happens. The blue bar, that's the growth from the machine itself, it actually becomes bigger than the gray bar, which is the money you're putting in from your paycheck. Think about that. The machine is now doing more of the heavy lifting than you are. What this means is your role has completely flipped. You spent all those years building and fueling this thing, but now its own momentum is the primary force. You're basically a passenger now in this incredibly powerful vehicle that you created. And then at age 36, you hit that first huge milestone. You take a screenshot, and then you delete it a couple days later. You don't post it anywhere, you don't even tell your parents. And that silence, it isn't modesty, it's discipline. Okay, now we're entering the final decades of the journey. The goal isn't just to build the machine anymore, it's to master it. And, maybe most importantly, to protect it.
Remember that first 8% drop that felt like the absolute end of the world? Well, now a massive 22% plunge happens. It wipes out over $80,000 in a matter of weeks. The dollar amount is terrifying, but you're a veteran now. You don't even flinch. You just keep buying at the new, lower prices because you know the game. And this is the reward for that composure. Just look at how the growth snowballs. It takes you 36 years to get to that first 100,000, but it only takes another 6 years to get the second. The growth in the last decade alone is more powerful than the first 3 decades combined. I mean, that is the raw power of compounding. And by now, your entire vocabulary has changed. You're not just saving for retirement anymore. You're managing a portfolio. You're thinking about things like risk, tax efficiency, and withdrawal strategies. You've actually mastered the language of the system. And then, at age 61, this statement arrives. 7 figures. The destination you've been working toward for 40 long years. But here's the most surprising part of this whole story. Reaching the goal? It isn't some loud, popping champagne celebration. It's just a quiet Tuesday. See, work had already become optional years ago. Financial freedom wasn't some finish line you suddenly crossed. It's a reality you've been living in for a while, built piece by piece, decision by decision.
And that brings us completely full circle. Because right now, somewhere, another 23-year-old is sitting in a new hire orientation. They've got $74 in their bank account, and they're thinking retirement is a problem for future them. They just don't know the real cost of waiting yet. But they will. The only real question is, when will they finally decide to turn on their machine?